Hello everyone, Mrs. Gigi here. It is a new week. It is Wednesday and I am back. Have a little bit of a thing today, I would say. And let's see. I have it in my mind and it will probably be a little bit different, but let's just start the creation. And yes, there has been happening quite a lot of things in my life, in my real life, that is. So with that comes a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, a lot of yeah, a lot of everything really. Hello, Danny. Welcome, welcome. Uh, let's just start and see what we can come up with. This one needs glue for sure, so let's just start out like this. Oh, more glue all over, because it's somewhat of a 3D dimensional type thing we are going for today. And here it's just me slapping down. I would really just go, let's see if we can use this glue too, because it needs just glue all over. So squeeze this one out and then we'll see, spread it a little bit by bit. So most of it will be covered in the end. So you can see down here at the bottom of the page. So for this, I felt I really needed to glue, but also do it in layers. Let's see, even more. Can you really have too much glue? Some might say yes to that, and some might reconsider. Hello, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. We will need to add glue here. So, yes. This will all be covered in all different kinds of layers, because layers are a thing for today. Let's see. And I could take this whole bottle and just, yeah, add in more and more of this, really. And no, never too much glue. Never too much glue. Depending on the project, of course, but in this case, this needs to be covered up completely. And yep, it has its different reasons. So this will kind of represent the layers of, to me, the words for today is layering. And for the specific reason of healing happens in layers. So that is what we will try to figure out with this. You will see in a little bit that most of the things here will be covered with all different kinds of paper pieces and also book paper pieces with using book paper, though I need to figure out, let's, you know, just in case. This is a Swedish book, but I don't really want to have too much of any ugly words and things. So that will be a thing that I will look into more in detail, just to be 100% sure. So I have a little bit more glue there in the middle. Yes, we can use this. I don't even know. Like, that's a part of the newspaper from the other side. Nothing serious there. Now we'll try to only use the pieces that have text on there, because those are really nice to use. And here, yep. Let's see, on the other side there are more text. And for those that don't know, I like ripping paper too, so that's the thing for me. Looking like puzzle pieces, oh, yep, could maybe be. Not in this specific thing though, but puzzle pieces for sure. That is also a thing. So let's leave it for now, just a tiny little thing, and then we will go into this. Because I was thinking, let's see if we have the right pair of scissors. We have to cut this, have our fingers crossed. Yeah. Have our fingers crossed that this will work. So healing happens in layers, and underneath the layers, let's see if we can do this. The rose when I made oh yes, the wording, I would say, you know, you never know, especially when using some book pages. Yeah. Let's see, we can just twist it around a little bit, because I'm thinking here like this will represent, let's see, somewhat of a thing. We'll just try a little bit, maybe downsize it. Trying to figure out exactly how to do this, because that is a thing though. You know, planning, no, I don't like that. That is not the thing that I do. Not when it comes to art anyway. Other things are very important to plan, but for me, arting has become a thing that I tend to just go with the flow. That's the creational thing with me. So We will put that one in the middle, and yes, we will still cover parts of it so it won't show as much as this now. We need to downsize it though. It's almost like, will there be something left for the actual thing? Yeah, like that. And then the layering process will kind of be. So we will continue to layer it up, but then I will have to start out the actual creation of the butterfly. So let's look into that. Let's see, how do we want to have these ones? Like, there are of course like different colors and different shapes and all kinds of things when it comes to a butterfly. And in one way I could say that the butterfly wings are not the same, are they? Like, it will go somewhat like this. And then on the other side, maybe down like that. I don't really know. It will be covered in the end, so not all of this will show. Not all of it at all. Let's just say something like this. And another one. Do we want a bigger one like that? The upper part though, that will show a little bit more. So let's see, because I'm thinking like it will be covered because it's trying to break loose. So that is why it is important to me that it is, you know, a little bit, it needs to show, but it also needs to kind of have the thing of breaking loose. Let's see it again. Glue. Maybe even just like have a broken wing or something. Thing down here. Kind of trapped but not, you know, because it is really trying its best to break loose. Roses, you make roses, Cindy? I was like, those that you can burn in the fireplace, those kinds of roses. I don't know if you know, but those kinds of roses are really nice. Like folded ones, and then you can use them to put them in a fireplace and burn them. It looks really, really nice if you're making those type of roses. See, I really felt that I needed to have more of the green, like the green grass, but I'm not sure that I have it. Let's put it down here, a little bit more of the text, like underneath, like that. And up here, going like that. I'm not sure that I want to, cover the whole thing, but it will somewhat look like it is breaking loose. Or just like, yeah, I would definitely just go like that. Putting a thing, I will cut this down to another size later on, so that. And of course with this goes things in the bin, and that is really nice. Grass pieces means the green pieces of something from a magazine. Do I have that left? No, I don't think so, but I do have. Thinking purple now, but no. Danny can show and send you a photo. Nice. There are so many different kinds of folded, like, you know, roses to create, like bouquet type things. Yeah. Let's see if I want to have some purple. Purple are a nice thing. Going through a third party of a thing. Yeah, that would be nice to see your creations. Always being inspired by others is a really great thing. Being inspired by others, like, that is one, but also being inspired by nature, because nature is a big thing for me. Like, yep, it really is. Let's see if I want to add in some purple down here, just the tiniest little bit. And let's see, yeah, we'll go with that. Yet again, a tiny little bit of purple down here, and all like on the actual butterfly too. And another little piece. So trying to use up as many pieces as possible over here. Like that. So with the butterfly though, what type of color do we like? I do love purple, like dark purple would be nice. I would say, are we going watercolor, acrylics? Let's go with a little bit of watercolor first, and then might add in something else. It is in the group. We'll see. That's the thing. So, purplish pink. Is that the way to go? just a little bit of a base with the watercolors. Going like that. Let's see if we can create something out of this. Or it will be a whole mess, you'll never know. So adding in a little bit more of the darker purple here. And of course letting it dry and then go in with something else. Doing the same over here, or kind of anyway. Oh, thank you so much. We'll look into that. Let's see. We'll have to look at it now. Inspiration at its best, live and let's see, we'll have the other one over here, not really shown too well, but I don't really know. Adding in more purple. And then down here, darker. Yep. Again, a little bit darker. Now we'll add in colors with the polychrome pens too. And the other darker version. And doing some sort of something. So before I forget, I need to look into the roses. Yeah, oh yes, those are beautiful. Beautiful ones. And especially like painting them. That is also really nice. Let's just twist this one around because it makes it way easier. And yes, I do want to add in a little bit more pink. So that will be somewhat of a base. And breaking loose as in healing. Let's see how to do that. Because that to me, as of right now, is a very important part. And let's see, do have this. This is the Posca pens. Always needed in something like this. And let's see which one to use though. Could probably, yep, you know, with things like this, tend to have all kinds of prepped and ready for a new one. That is what it is. But is it needed really? Or with something like this, doing it live? No, I cannot wait. Let's just pick another one of them. Way easier. So just do it like this, the middle part of the body. So it will only be like a symbol of something. And then of course we need to kind of go into details, which we will do. Like that, and then these ones, the tentacles, they, just debating with myself, like, you know, just a symbol of something really. That's what we are going with those. We are definitely going to downsize them because they do not need to be this big. So let's just do that. And I'm not going for any, like, I want to have them loose like this. Won't glue them down. Just the tiniest bit of a thing there. So I hope that each and every one of you that are looking at this had a wonderful day, or start of your day, or evening, or whenever you are looking at this stream. For me, the day has been lovely, that's for sure. It's been, I would say, almost, it feels in a way like the first summer day of this year, because it's been a wonderful weather. Like, yep. If I would have been home, not like working or anything, I would have taken this summer clothes on. That was one of the things. For sure. So let's now think, how do we want to have white on it too? That might be a nice thing to use white as one of the pieces for this, but let's just go like this for now, like the edge. And one might say do the main things first. Going in here, which will be the black. And yes, we will add in other things as well. So let's see what we are thinking, I say, but what I would think about this one, though. And yes, I've been using these pens quite a lot, you know, going back and forth with them, so it might be that I have to open another one. You'll never know. Let's say thinking somewhat like this. And down here. And yes, I could of course have the like black acrylics, but I don't know, like sometimes combining all different kinds of things is a nice way of doing it. And breaking loose, is that what it is doing? I don't know, but it is definitely something that I feel would be a thing. Looking awesome, I don't really know. With these type of things, having, you know, making it in a live like this, and no, like I've spoken about many times, the best thing for me is to create a thing that only takes like 5-10 minutes to do, because that is also like my way of showing that you don't really need too much time. You can create whatever you like, and you don't need much to do anything. Hello, Becca. Welcome, welcome. I'm all into butterflies. Planting flowers. Oh, what kind of flowers? And you are leaving us up on the balcony. Like, what? You have, like, if you say A, you have to. Becca, you cannot. You cannot do that to us. Just leaving us hanging like that. Is that an option to do? We do not know, but do I like it? Not necessarily. Wildflowers. Oh, that is a thing. Wildflowers is really nice. Yeah, but of course, with wildflowers in different parts of the world, they do look different. So let's see if we can make this pen work just a tiny bit more, please. Please. Switch it out. Hello, Time Lord. Sweet butterfly. Yes, it's trying to break loose. It is trying to heal. And the healing needs layers too. Oh, so you don't have to oh, yes, that is a thing. And I would say like Time Lord like takes in wildflowers. I don't know, like for me that is like cacti maybe. I don't know. It is too warm to have wildflowers, or are there really wildflowers? Like explain to us with the warm temperatures and things. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. Yeah. Let's see. We do need. I need to pick the colors from yesterday. For those of you who haven't been in my live at over at Create with Becca's on Tuesdays, we have kind of a thing going with colors in mind. So let's see if I'm thinking clear on this. You'll never know. Now, like if the flowers are wearing cowboy hats, that would have been a thing though. Let's see, something like that, and then we will go in and rearrange. Usually flowers bloom from March till the end of. That's a very short period of time, but we are getting them. Oh, what? But from March to end of April, and then they will all like, yeah. That is definitely a short period. Then it will be all too hot, I would say. Let's see, going up like this. Are we really trying to create the exact same thing on the other side? No, of course, because we all know that that won't be a thing. Definitely not a thing. We can always try. Do we like it? No, not necessarily. Let's just go like that, because it makes it all a little bit nicer. And neater also, of course. Let's see. Going in like that, maybe. And yes, it will be covered again. Like that upper part of the butterfly won't really show. Imagining a lot of cacti. That is my view too. I am not alone on that. That felt really nice. A lot of cacti type flowers is my vision of Texas wildflowers. I don't know if that is a good or a bad thing, but yeah, I definitely see a lot of cacti. A lot. And there are, of course, beautiful cacti flowery things. Like one of my daughters are actually into that. Let's twist it around a little bit again, because it makes it again a little bit easier. And make this a little smaller, just to make it easier on ourselves to create like that. And then this one, going down here, and yes, it will be kind of visible there in a way. and the outer part here. Debating again, like I told you, that I don't really want to like break part, like tear the paper apart, so that you can actually see it's like a broken wing or something, which could also be like a thing. Going in here. And yes, it is still working, this pen, but hardly no more. Yeah. See, be nice to us, little pen. Going, let's pretend that the edge of this is over here, going all the way down here and up here. And in between this. Somewhat of thing. And yes, we will definitely cover parts of it up with the purple, yellow, no, not yellow, who am I? Purple pinkish type watercolor again. Just to cover more of the white parts off. And we are going to switch out these. It is that I need to buy myself some new Posca pens, and yep, I would say that's a definite yes. Because Posca pens, they are used a lot. And let's see, going in with the pinkish purple again. A little bit more water, of course, which is needed. Not too much though, because that won't be a nice thing with the Posca. But just a little tiny bit. Going in here again, a little more. Some might wonder, yes, I tend to use like a regular brush like this. I have these types as well, which you like pour water into here and use, but I don't know what's with that. It might be that I'm a little bit more old-fashioned and liking the brush, the regular brush. We will definitely cover most of the butterfly, so yeah, it won't really show. Not as much as right now. Swedish butterfly, no, you know, most of ours would be more into the red, reddish brown. Yeah, I don't know, like definitely not a Swedish butterfly. This might be me more than anything breaking loose of what I am going through, kind of thing. And just a little bit more of purple down there. And here, of course, adding in a little bit more. Layering again, but with color. Which might be a thing though. Now going in with these. Yet again, just because it also adds in. Not really doing anything specific, but adding in a little bit more. And yes, I could do definite more details, but that would take hours. And do I have time? No, not like that. Not like that, and not here. These lives to me are more into like, what if I inspire somebody to just try a thing or two out? That is what I am go like into. And like that, we will go with a darker purple. And do it all the way down here. Purple is a very, very nice color though. And I do feel like this needs to be covered a little bit. Let's see, like down here, definitely needs to be kind of covered. So let's put it in. Gardening gloves, yep, that is a thing for sure. I don't know if it is a good or a bad thing that you've forgotten about them. To me it sounds like that would have been a thing, but you totally forgot about it. And yeah, let's see, putting it like that, I would say maybe this one even like going like that. So it is kind of trying its best of breaking loose of everything, but not, yeah, I don't know. Is it that it's not meant to break loose, or is it that it's like a hard thing to do? So you can, see in a way that it is trying. That's what I'm kind of trying to achieve. We do need, let's see, one other piece there, like down here, because I want to cover this thing up down here. Going to, let's see if I can reach things, outline it in a little darker version of it, of purple, or with these fabric style pens that I'm using, you can actually create several shades by just have the grip of the pen a little bit different. So it's just a matter of filling it in and then adding some sort of text to this with healing in layers. And yes, a little bit of white. Somewhere in between there will be white. And if you have, I know, Becca, that we have talked about it before, but when it comes to using white in creative things, it has always, at least to me, been, I really want like the pure white, but it is hard because it is almost always the grayish white that you find in pens. So this might not be what you were expecting. But this is what it's going to be. And I have one thing on my mind. Let's think. Do I with this? Yes, I feel that I need to try. If it's not a thing, then I know that. But I feel that I need to try out. Let's think about this. Blue. Like in the background. Somewhat blue anyway. You know, just the tiniest bit of blue. Representing some sort of sky situation, and might not be the best thing, but it is what it is. So a little bit in between all of these will be blue. Down here needs to be blue. And all the way down here, also see a little place here and there. You are ruining your money. Oh, I'm so sorry. But, you know, I don't want to, yeah. To me, it is at least something creative, but in another way that you're, you know, you're making the flower beds or whatever, or are you, is it that you're just having the flowers everywhere? Like, I don't even know. Like, flower beds is one thing, but let's just add in a little bit more blue there. And yes, I see another spot underneath the butterfly there. Probably, let's hope for the best. Just going underneath like this, adding in a little tiny bit more blue because I accidentally, yeah, let's see, there it is, kind of here. I see it too. So the white. Do I have a proper white pen? Not the one that I like, but I have different versions of white for sure. Think about this for a little bit, and I think I need to open this new one. You don't need to paint your nails while no, it is what it is. Painting your nails while, yeah, listen to Time Lord Becca. That is what you will have to do. Press it down for a little bit, and yes, it will come. So there it is, the white. So what are we going for? What are we going for in terms of the dots, the markings, or yeah, let's just add in. And with these, definitely going layers. Sometimes I actually do like the white Poscas and then go with acrylics over. Just to be able to have it show a little tiny bit more. And no, as you can see, it is way more gray than white. Let's see. It is trying its best. Layer by layer it will be whiter and whiter, but yeah, we'll go like this just to add in more later on. And this is of course just for fun. You can do whatever you like, doodling on your butterflies, or just leave them as they are, like a proper butterfly. But that is not fun. A proper butterfly is really beautiful. But I like doodling, so let's go with that. One big thing over there, this one over here. Not really thinking too much, just adding in because it's fun. And I will try it out with the acrylics. Hello, Barry. Welcome in. Let's look into a tinier little brush. Are we going just like this? Yes, a little bit more details are always nice. And with adding things like this, yeah, you can already see it's getting nicer and a way whiter in a way. So healing in layers, this will represent, and this butterfly is healing in layers. That is exactly what it's going through at the moment. Butterflies has always been a special thing in my life, my whole life actually. I like them myself, but it's also been a thing like earlier in my life when I was a kid. So they are kind of important to me. And let's see, let's put one there just because I can. Going in with a little bit more white on certain places. And then of course figuring out how to do the actual text there. Let's see this. Over here. Doing some spots or markings or whatever you like to call them. Easier like this, just adding in a lot of white paint. Of course need to like some little time to actually dry, but white like this, it makes it pop. So yet again, in not too much of time, you have a creation. Let's see, what are you talking? Migration? Monarch? We live on the... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We do we need to... We'll have to look into this one. We're just going to leave the butterfly. I need to add in a thing or two, I feel it, but yeah. White over here and over here. Have to go, have an... Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for being here during the live. In one way, I feel like I need to break it loose somehow. Or change it up a bit. Like let's see. Cover it up even more, maybe that's the way to go. We'll try. Adding in a little bit more, because I definitely want to have it like, you know, layered in a way. And yep, I do feel that we need to go down these just a little bit. Because I've kind of did it here. Doesn't necessarily mean that I need to do it on both places, but you know, somewhat of a thing is needed. I forgot about this one though. That is something. Somebody remind me. What if I haven't seen it? You know, like this one and over here. These. Special butterfly, all right, and yes. one there, this one there. Anything else? Anything else? No. I will go in and do some little corrections. I see it already with a small pair of scissors. We do need this thing cut away. It is way too much white. And on here, can we do that? Yes, we can. That's a nice way of doing a thing or two. Like that, and underneath here, because I don't like that part of the white. The beauty of trying at least to correct a thing or two. And now to the text. I do feel like what type of color would we go? We could go like really, really dark purple. Let's think about it for a little bit and try. Yeah, let's just try it out. Trying it out might be the best. Did I send you a picture of a strawberry plant? Oh, strawberries. Lovely strawberries. Let's see. I am now thinking, you know, we have this dark purple Posca pen. I'm going to create the letters with that one and then add in darker marker, like that will be a thing. And healing, what did we say? Healing. So we'll put this one aside for a little bit. Healing. And I'm going to cut them apart, yes. Healing in layers. Let's just see. The English spelling. I need to look it up. Layers. That's the thing. Why am I with thinking texts and everything? That is always a thing. Like English is way better than anything. Let's see, the E was like that, so we would go there. The R, of course not. We will go with another one, R, and then the S. Going to try to cut them out and see how that is, and then we will go with another one. And yes, going in with a marker like this makes it a little bit darker. I don't know if it really shows on camera, but it is. I need a dot over there, like a tiny bit of a change just to add in. We will have that R, that is not nicer. And then try to cut these out or use them in another way. The smoking rules. Like how do you mean, like smoking in inside of a restaurant, yeah, no can do. That is a no-go. You have to be like in special smoking zones outside of a restaurant. Yes, it is definitely like outside of it. In terms of, I would say, 2.5 feet from the entrance, something like that. You're not allowed to like be directly outside of the restaurant. You are not allowed to smoke like, you know, like public places, like however you like. That is definitely a thing. Like, not allowed to smoke at train platforms, bus stops, you know, things like that, which would be, for me at least, no, I don't really smoke, but I could see like, you know, waiting would be a thing, and then smoke. But no, you're not allowed to do that. And people don't really smoke. You are like the, yeah. Can you smoke? No, not at all. Smoking indoors, definitely not. No, that is a no-go. It's nearly that way here. Even some government fund. Oh yes, it is like that here too. Yeah, like in the same thing, like in the government funded. Yeah, and I'm thinking they're like getting even more strict on it. Like, yeah, you're not allowed to smoke like in hospitals and things, like close by hospitals. You're not allowed to smoke there. It is a thing. But like I said, I do not smoke, so for me, you know, it is just nice to not have it around, kind of thing. Let's see. Do we feel like this is enough? No, definitely not. You can hardly see it. Do we want to have it like in a thing? Do we want to have it on here? On this type of paper? I will cut these out. Which of course will take some time. But that is what it is. In the UK, smoking outside in an eating place no, yeah, that's the same here. You're not allowed to smoke like inside or outside of like a pub or a restaurant or like any other like places like that. And like I said, there are hardly people smoking here. They have really, like, the government has really I wouldn't say like, you know, they have talked a lot about smoking I would maybe like the last 15 years or so. So people aren't really smoking. They are using other ways. We have something called snus here. It is like tobacco thing that you put under your lip, and yep, that is definitely a thing. And it's not bothering anybody else, so you can do it everywhere. Yep, they have definitely, you know, been more and more strict. Both, you know, we're not really going there, but both with smoking and alcohol. So, you know, those has always been a thing here in Sweden. Like, alcohol is a thing that you can only buy in special stores here. So that's the thing. That's a getting like something to get used to if you're not used to that. You can buy like non like alcohol free or up to like 4.4 point yeah no 4% I think it is now actually in our like a local supermarket, but when it comes to like other it is not available anywhere else but the special liquor stores. So let's see. The birds love, yeah, it is what it is with that, and different cultures have different things. See, like if we are going into trying this word healing, I feel like I want to just put it right up, like on top of this somehow. Oh yes, that's for sure. Heal. And then of course spelling it right. It is kind of neat though to have it like that. Yes, let's just do it. Just going like this. And yes, again, kind of cover the thing. And I'm not going to have it in a straight like row of a thing, because that is not what I am thinking of when doing this creation whatsoever. It is a little bit of wonky because that is like how my life is at the moment. So let's see, like that, and then we will put in the other letters. So Easter weekend has gone, you know, been here and gone. Hope that you had a wonderful Easter weekend. I for sure had a beautiful weekend. We could be more strict than we would done. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, we have all been kids at one point and done stupid things. That is what I have to say about it. Yep. And in a way, you make mistakes throughout your life. It is kind of a learning curve. Life is a learning curve. Is that what I'm... Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Heal in. Let's just put it like that. Layers. I'm going to use that R because that was nicer, and this S. And then the whole creation is done. So we will see. Whoop. I was about to destroy the whole thing there now for a little bit. The L, the A, going all the way around, trying at least to have somewhat of the correct shape. And no, I'm not going in there for like, yeah, that will be a thing. With life, imagine like it could really, yeah, it is very different for some. Let's see, going all the way around, and yes, I'm going just the tiniest bit of a thing because I feel it is a little bit too white for my liking here, even though I did just say that I wanted to leave the whiteness up in the middle there of the A, and doing the same thing with the E here, leaving the white in here in the middle. But I'm going to somewhat cut it out like that a little bit. So L, A, and the other letters. Let's see. Let's kind of place it somewhat right. I know I'm going like that, like that. E. Actually going to, can I peel that one off? Yes, I can. Neatly, of course not. That is a thing. Neatly when it comes to me, not necessarily. R. We going like even further? Yes, we are. As long as we can like peel these ones off, I will do. No, that one wasn't really possible. The R and the S. So we have it there. The butterfly healing in layers. And yeah, we'll kind of peel it off. You can hardly see what it is, I would say. But for those of you that knows. It is somewhere around, like underneath all of this. Yeah, that is what it is. A butterfly trying to its best to heal up. And yes, I will just tear bits and pieces off the edge here, just to have a little bit of a neater type of edging situation. So my creations for this day. I will be back probably this weekend, I don't know. Set the notification bell and then you have it. Thank you all so much for watching, and yes, of course I will be back for me Wednesday 1:30 Eastern Standard Time next week, and together with Becca over at Create with Becca 10 let's think 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays, that is, for Color of the Year, our yearly project that we have been having for, I think it's 7 years now, all different kinds of projects. This was mine for today. Thank you to all the replayers. Thank you to each and every one of you that has been here in chat with me. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Time Lord. Thank you, Becca and Danny and Leonard, Cindy and everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening, night, on or whenever you see this. Me, yes, I am soon going to bed, so I will have a wonderful rest of my evening. Bye, everyone.